Day before yesterday, I had taken the first class for solving the uh, question paper which had come for preliminary examination. See, this was the solution I had discussed last time. I had discussed about the 20 problems and next 20 problems we shall solve in this class. And after solving this further 20 questions, I will make the PDF of this sheet and send it to you. So for those who want to refer to the solutions, they can refer to this one. And also if you are interested in getting the records of this, I will send the recording also. And those who are interested in recordings of this, please type R in the comment box or recordings in the comment box. Let me go ahead with the question number 21. I hope all of you have your question paper in front of you. If you don't have your question paper, go and grab your question paper and also be ready with pen and paper to solve these question papers. We had solved up to question number 21. Let us solve question number, we had solved up to 20. Let us solve question number 21. Please read question number 21. If the product of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x is minus 81 and one of the zero is 3, then polynomial p of x is dash. So you have to select any one polynomial from this. What is your answer? Those who know the answer, please type your answer. Let me check how many of you have solved it correctly. 21A. Ashwini is writing it as B. Okay, there is variation. So some are saying yes and most of you are saying B. First of all, the required polynomial when alpha and beta are known is this way. Let me finish up to here and now I will use a different color. So let me use a black color over here. Now the required equation or required polynomial is, so always if you know alpha and beta, the polynomial is written as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is the required polynomial. And now in this, the product is given as minus 81. So alpha into beta is minus 81. And one of the zero is given. Let me say that 1 0 is alpha and it is given as 3. So can we find out beta from this? Yes. Alpha is equal to 3. We can put it in this equation. So this will be 3 beta and 3 beta is equal to minus 81. So therefore beta is equal to minus 81 divided by 3, which works out as equal to minus 27. So we know beta as minus 27 and alpha as equal to 3. So I will put it in this. The required polynomial will be x square minus alpha plus beta. So here alpha is 3, beta is minus 27, of course multiplied by x, plus alpha beta. And alpha beta, the product is already given as minus 81. So the equation will be like this, or the polynomial will be like this: x square this 3 minus 27 works out as minus 24. Minus 24 into minus will become plus 24x, and this will be minus 81. So the correct option, x square plus 24x minus 81, that is A. And those who had typed answer as A is correct and answer B is wrong. That is x square plus 24x minus 81. Is there any question up to now? If you have got any question in solving this, please ask your question. So most of you had written answer as B, but answer turned out to be A. Only Sania had said it is A, and somebody had said it as A. Anyway, so this was the answer. If you have any question in this, you can ask. Otherwise, I will go to the next one. One equation of a pair of dependent linear equations is 2x minus 7y is equal to 3. The second equation can be, you have to select the second equation. So please type your answer in the comment box. It is dependent linear equation, and dependent meaning, is it coincident or is it intersecting at one point? Yes. Ashwini is saying D and Svetang is saying C. So please type in the comment box dependent linear equations, meaning is it coincident one or intersecting one? So please type, it is coincident. Ashwini is right. So it is coincident. And when the coincident lines are there, that means all the ratios should be equal. So what we will do is like this. We will write this equation again, that is 2x minus 7y. I will make it as minus 3 equal to 0 because everywhere the equation is given equating to 0. So this also I will make it equating to 0. Now number one case. Let's take case A. So now that will be 2 upon 4. So here this is 2 upon 4. It's one ratio. Then minus 7 upon 14 is another ratio. And you see these first two ratios are not equal. So A cannot be the answer. For B, we will write 2 divided by 4. Then minus 7 divided by minus 14. Minus 7 divided by minus 14. And the last one is minus 3 divided by 6. So minus 3 divided by 6. You see the first two ratios are equal, but it is not equal to the third ratio. So this is also not the required answer. Some people were saying C. Let us find out what happens to C. So this is 2 upon 4, 2 upon 4, minus 7 upon minus 14. So minus 7 upon minus 14. And this one I have to write equal to 0 like this. 4y minus 14x okay, here this equation I have to write 14x plus 4y minus 6 equal to 0, and therefore so this will change slightly, and this will be 2 divided by 14, and this will be minus 7 divided by 4. So these two ratios are not equal. Then here 2 upon 4, 7 upon 14, this is okay. Here also we have to rearrange this so that the term with x should be first minus 14x plus 4y minus 6 equal to 0. And you see this is 2 upon minus 14 and minus 7 divided by 4, and you see these two ratios are not equal, so this is also not the answer. And we'll check D. It is 2 upon 4, then minus 7 upon minus 14, and then minus 3 upon minus 6, minus 3 upon minus 6, and 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2, so it is equal to 7 upon 14 is also 1 upon 2, and 3 upon 6 is also 1 upon 2. So this is the correct answer. Here this is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to C1 upon C2. You see all the three ratios are equal, and for dependent linear equation you require all these three ratios to be equal. So the correct answer is D. Some of you had said the correct answer is C, and C is wrong and D is the right one. Yes, now many of you have written the answer as D. Let us move fast because we have to complete this paper today, and in the next class we can take the science paper. Now here triangle ABD is right angle at A and AC is perpendicular to BD, then AD square is how much? And those who attended my classes, this is sixth point in similarity of triangles, and let us discuss what is the sixth point. And before that, please type your answer in the comment box for those who have solved it correctly, and then I will go to solve this. Yes, it is A. How many of you find difficult to solve this? So let me solve it here. Given triangle is ABD and right angle at A. So ABD is the right triangle, right angle at A, and then you are given AD. So from AD is perpendicular to AC. Yeah, sorry, AC is perpendicular to BD. So from A, we draw a line perpendicular to BD. This is also 90, this is also 90, and this is C. And you are asked what is AD square is how much. Similarly, you can be asked in some other problem also to find, instead of AD square, you can be asked AB square is how much. Also, you can be asked AC square as equal to how much. So I will tackle all these three cases in this one. And in my explanation, I think it is the 6th point. I have given total 9 points to remember in the similarity of triangles. In this 6th point is this triangle, Pythagoras theorem. In that, I had told you the whole triangle BDC, the whole triangle BAD is similar to the triangle BCA. The whole triangle is BAD, and the second triangle that is formed is BCA. You see always that angle which is 90 degree is kept at the center. This is 90 degrees. C is 90 degrees, and it is also similar to triangle the third triangle that is formed, DCA. Again, C is 90 degree, and also see that in this triangle B and B. So you see in the whole triangle there is B, in smaller triangle that is B. So this is common, and in this triangle and the whole triangle D is common. You see it is D here and D here, that is common. So now let us solve this AD, and AD is there in which triangle? In bigger triangle also it is there, and this smaller triangle it is there, that is ACD, also D is there or AD is there, and in triangle BAD AD is there. So where there is common, you take those two triangles. So let me take, and we have seen that these triangles are congruent. So let me take the two triangle as BCA, the second triangle, that is this one, and the first one as BAD, the whole triangle. We'll take these triangles. One is BAD, the whole triangle, and the second triangle is ACD. And why we have taken these two triangles is because you see here BAD and ACD. So this will be ACD. I will make this as ACD. D is common. So D and D are common because in both this triangle AD is common, and we are asked the value of AD square. So I will write this AD divided by CD. See, AD corresponding one side is CD. AD divided by CD, that is equal to BD, B and D divided by AD. So first and third letter. Why I have done this? Because after cross multiplying we will get AD square. So cross multiply AD into AD. This will be BD into CD. So AD square will be equal to BD into CD. And the correct option is here, BD into CD. That is the first option. The correct answer is A. And some of you had typed correct answer is A. And that is how you have to deal with this. And this is one type. Second, you can be asked to find AB square. AB square is dash. And AB is common in the bigger triangle and the smaller triangle. So you can take triangle BCA, that is BCA, the smaller triangle is similar to triangle BAD, and in this you can write BC divided by AB because we require AB. BC and AB, first two letters, this is equal to AB first and third letter divided by BD. Yes, BD. And you cross multiply AB will be into AB, that will be BC into BD. So AB square will be BC into BD. And in third one, that is AC square. So AC square is how much? So you could be asked any one of these case. So you had been asked the AD square case, you could be asked AB square case or AC square case. And for AC square case, you have to say triangle BCA is similar to triangle ACD. You see, AC is common to these two smaller triangles. So you write proportion of this and you will get the answer as AC square is equal to BC into CD. Okay, this is how you have to solve these problems. Let me go quickly for answering the other ones. Now here, this will use the trigonometric identity. So which is the correct answer? Can you please type in the comment box the correct answer? And those who want me to doesn't know how to find this answer, please type the question number 24. Just type 24, then I will solve. If everyone knows this, I will go ahead. Either you type the answer C and 20. Yeah, some of you have already written 20. Answer is C. Okay, answer C is the correct one. So can everyone do this? If some people wants me to solve it here, please type 24 in the comment box so that I will come to know. Yes, many are there who wants me to solve this. It's very easy. Use the trigonometric identity and finish it off. So I will write 1 plus 10 square 5a is equal to cosec square 4a. So trigonometric identities to remember as per the super hexagon This is tan, sin, cos, cot, cosec, sec, and 10 and 1 will be there in this. It is this one. So this is tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. So 1 plus tan square phi a I can write as sec square phi a. So this is sec square phi a, and this is equal to cosec square 4a. So I will remove square on both sides. How to remove square? Just put square root on both sides and remove square root and square. You will get sec of 5a is equal to cosec of 4a, and sec and cosec are co-functions which can be used to solve complementary angles type of formula. So I will convert this sec into cosec of 90 minus 5a, that is equal to cosec of 4a. Now this is also cosec, this is also cosec. So therefore angle inside these are equal. So I will write 90 minus 5a is equal to 4a. So with this 90 will be equal to 4a minus plus 5a. 4a plus 5a. So this will be 90 equal to 9a, and this will be equal to a is equal to 90 divided by 9, which works out to be 10 degrees. So the correct answer is 10. I hope it is clear to you. If it is clear, please type C in the comment box before going to the next problem. And the next question is question number 25. A box contains 300 pens, some of which are defective. The probability of getting a good pen is 0.95. The number of defective pens in the box is dash. What is the answer? Yes, B is the correct answer. Those who want me to solve this, please type 25 in the comment box. See here, you are asked to find the defective pens. So let X be defective pens. If X is defective pens, then what is the probability of pens to be defective? So probability of defective pens is equal to 1 minus probability of good pens. Here probability of good pens is given as 0.95. Here probability of good pens, we are given probability of good pens as 0.95. So it is 1 minus 0.95, which works out as 0.05. So now we know probability of defective pens equal to 0.05. So probability of defective pens is equal to, we have assumed x as defective pens, x divided by total number of pens, this is 300, and this we have calculated as 0.05. So cross multiply. After cross multiplication, x will be equal to 0.05 multiplied by 300, and this works out to be 15. So there are 15 defective pens. So question number 26. Linear equation kx minus y is equal to 2 and 6x minus 2y is equal to 3 has no solution. Then what is the value of k? When there is no solution, the first two ratios are not equal. First two ratios are equal and last two ratios are not equal. So let me write first two ratios, that is k upon 6. So k upon 6 is equal to, this is minus y. So minus 1 upon 2. Minus 1 upon minus 2. It is minus. So this will give you k, this minus minus get cancelled, will be equal to 6 multiplied by 1 upon 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So this is equal to 3. So the correct answer is k is equal to 3. Now some people may say, is D correct? K is not equal to 3. That also we can find out. So here k upon 6, we can write k upon 6 is not equal to 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3. So we can write k is equal to 6 into 2 upon 3. So this will, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So this will be equal to 4. So here k is not equal to 3 is given, but we have got answer as k is not equal to 4. So the only option is there as C. So have you followed it? If you have followed, please type yes or F in the comment box. Let us move to the next one. What is the answer for question number 27? B. Yes, B is the correct answer. And those who want me to explain it, please type 27 in the comment box. And let's see, the two triangles are given, PQR and ABC. So let me draw these two triangles. One is PQR and another one is ABC. So here angle P is given as B. Angle P and angle B are same. Angle C is equal to angle Q. Angle C is equal to angle Q. And then which of the following is not true? That means triangle PQR is similar to triangle. See, A is corresponding to B. Sorry, P is corresponding to B. So I will write first B, and then Q is corresponding to C. So second letter I will write C, and then remaining letter R is corresponding to A. So I will write it like this. Triangle PQR is similar to triangle PCA. And then you check PR upon QR. So PR upon QR. PR upon QR. So PR upon QR. So will should be equal to BA divided by CA. It is there, BA divided by CA. So the first one is correct. So you have to identify which one is not true. So second, triangle PQR similar to triangle BCA. Let's see second. QR upon PQ. QR upon same thing. QR upon PQ. QR upon PQ. First is QR. That means it is CA. It is not CA, it is AB here. So instead of QR, QR upon PQ should be equal to CA upon AB. It is not so. So second option B is not true. So the answer is B. And if you see like this will be correct, this also will be correct. So have you followed it, or do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, please ask your doubt in solving this. This requires little presence of mind, not much. Then question number 28. In 28, given is that A is equal to B sine 0, and B I will write A is equal to B and sine 0 is 0. So now we have got A is equal to B. Let me name this as equation 1. Then second is given C is equal to D cos 0. So C is equal to D cos 0 is 1. So C is equal to D. This is equation 2. So you are asked to find A plus C. A plus C is equal to, and now here A is equal to B. So I will write B plus, sorry, A is equal to 0 over here. B into 0 will be 0. And so instead of A, there will be 0. Plus, instead of C, there will be D. So A plus C will be D. So the correct answer is C. That is D. So let us go for question number 29. Please type your answer in question number 29. Now here graph intersects at two places. So it intersects at -1 over here and +4 over here. This is 4 comma 0. This is -1 comma 0. So the graph will be something like this. So the zeros are the x-intercept where the curve meets at x-axis. So here alpha will be equal to -1 and beta is equal to 4. So we know alpha and beta, and we know how to write the equation in terms of alpha and beta. The not equation, it's a polynomial. X square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. This is the required polynomial. So -1 plus 4 works out to be 3. So x square minus 3x, and 4 into -1 becomes -4. So this will be -4 is the required polynomial. So x square minus 3x minus 4 will be first one. So the answer is A. So answer is A. Nakshatra Gavas is saying x plus. What is your question, Nakshatra? I have not followed. Anyway, let us go to the next one till Nakshatra puts her question once again. The next question is question number 30. Here, these two equations are given and you are asked to find x minus y. For that, what you can do is like this. Start writing the two equations. I will write second equation first. 13, yeah, 21x then plus 13y. So I will rearrange the terms. I will write x term first and y term second, and this is equal to 29. This is one equation. Second equation I will write as 13x. I have interchanged the equations also purposely. I'll tell you why. Plus 21y. This is equal to 5. And then what you have to do is subtract. So minus, minus, and minus. So 21 minus 13 works out to be 8x, and this works out to be minus 8y. This is equal to 24. So divide by 8, and when you divide by 8, it will be x minus y. 24 divided by 8, that works out to be 3. So x minus y is equal to 3. So the answer is D. That is 3. And if you are asked to find x plus y instead of x minus y, Now here you are asked to find x minus y. That is why I have done subtraction like this, by keeping bigger term of x on top, because I have to get x, and smaller term of y on top because I want to get minus y. But you could be asked x plus 5. If you are asked x plus y, then you have to add this. Now here you are subtracted. Instead of subtraction, you make the addition and you will get x plus y. Anyway, let me go to question number 21, and we are falling short of time. The diagonals of the rhombus are 10 and 24 long. The perimeter of the rhombus is dash. So first of all, a rhombus is a quadrilateral whose all sides are equal. Let me say this: A, and A. And one more characteristics, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So one diagonal is given 24, that means this is 12, this is 12. Another one is 10, so that means this half diagonal is 10 and this half diagonal is 10. Now let me name this as A, B, C, D and O. So I will take triangle BOC. So here O is 90 degrees. So I can use Pythagoras theorem to find A. So once I find A will be equal to square root of 12 square plus 5 square. So this is not 10, 10, it is 5, 5. So this is 5, this is 5, and this is O. So this will work out to be root of 169, and that is equal to 13. So we have got A is equal to 13. So perimeter is equal to 4A. That is 4 into 13. That works out to be 52. So it is 52 centimeters. So the correct option is D. Yes. Can you find the answer for question number 32? I think I will have to work for it. I will start with 1 minus sine of A divided by cos of A. So this I will do like this: 1 minus sine A, then I will multiply it again by 1 plus sine A. To make it as A plus B into A minus B. And of course, to neutralize it, we have to multiply denominator also 1 plus sine A. So this will work out as 1 minus sine square A, because A plus B and A into A minus B will be A square minus B square. So this is A, and this denominator will be as it is cos A into 1 plus sine A. Now here Denominator I am keeping as it is because you require 1 plus sin A, and 1 minus cos sin square A will be equal to cos square A from the first trigonometric identity. So this will be cos A into 1 plus sin A, and you see here 1 cos square, from this cos square 1 cos goes and cos A goes, so this will become equal to cos of A divided by 1 plus sine of A. Okay, please type answer for question number 33. Question number 33. Read it carefully and type the answer. And those who want me to solve it, please type the question number, that is 33. Answer, it is not C. Yes, it is D. The answer is D. Here, flashcard numbers from 30 to 50. So 32 to 50, how many cards are there? From 32 to 50, there are 19 cards. And then card is drawn at random. The probability that it's prime card. So prime number is a number which is not divisible by any number except 1 and self. So prime numbers starting from 32, they are 37, 41, then 43, 47, so these are the prime numbers. So they are total 4 numbers. If there are 4 numbers total, then the probability that it is a prime number is 4 and total are 19. So the correct answer is C. Please type answer for the question number 34. So Sania, what is your question? Okay, 33. Okay, so is there any Okay, is there any, right now you can tell me, have I made any mistake? 37 is 39 prime number? Yeah, it is a prime, it is non prime number. So you all are saying that it is 5 upon 19. Then which number I have not included here? Please type in the comment box. One is 37, 41, 43, 47, and which number I have not taken? Please type it in the comment box. Then how it is D? C is correct. No, that's fine. Okay, fine, fine. And Sania, what is whatever is your problem, please send it on the WhatsApp. Now, let me solve this question. Solution of pair of linear equations. These are the pair of linear equations that I have to solve. So what I will do here, I will take this first equation, solve it in two parts. The first equation is x divided by 3 plus 2y divided by 5 is equal to 4. I will remove the denominator by multiplying by 15. So when I do that, this will be 15x divided by 3 plus 15 into 2y divided by 5, that is equal to 15 into 4. So this will be 5x, this will be 6y, and that is equal to 60. So this is equation number 1. And then second equation is x divided by 2 minus y is equal to minus 2. So I will multiply by 2 so that it will be x minus 2y is equal to minus 4. Let me name this as equation 2, and we solve these equations. So I will multiply this equation because I want 6y instead here in place of 2y. So I will multiply by 3 and I will get 3x minus 6y is equal to minus 12. So let me name this as equation 3, and I will put equation 3 here as 3x minus 6y is equal to minus 12. This is equation 3. So I will add them and I will get the solution. 5 plus 3 is 8x. Then this plus 6y minus 6y will go. 60 minus 12 will work out as 48. So therefore x is equal to 48 divided by 8, that is equal to 6. And then put in 2. So I will get 6 minus 2y is equal to minus 4. So minus 2y is equal to minus 4 minus 6. So y will be minus 10 divided by minus 2. So that will be equal to 5. So I have got x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 5. That is answer D. Let me go quickly for other questions. So far so good. We have solved up to 34. Let me go for question number 35. So question number 35. There are two triangles given, and when they will be similar. Question is asked when they are similar. So let's see that. So we will draw two triangles here. One is PQR and another one is XYZ. And given here PQ divided by XY, PQ and XY, this forms one pair, is equal to QR divided by XZ. So QR is this and XZ is this. So for SAS criteria, the ratio of corresponding sides of one pair is equal, and the angle in between those sides should be equal. So one angle is Q between these two sides, another angle between these two sides is X. So Q should be equal to X. So angle Q should be equal to angle X for SAS criteria. Now what is the correct option? Q is equal to X. So D is the correct option. Now here the quadratic polynomial is asked. Sum and the product is given. So sum is alpha plus beta is equal to 1 and the product is alpha beta is equal to minus 6. This is given. So the general form of quadratic polynomial in terms of alpha and beta are x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is a quadratic polynomial. So x square minus x, alpha beta is minus 6. So minus 6. This is the required quadratic polynomial. X square minus x minus 6. That is option is C. So answer is not C, it is D. (36). Tirtha wants explanation of 36. Okay, I have skipped 36 by mistake. So 36 is like this. See, it uses the first trigonometric identity. First trigonometric identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. In both the cases, there is theta angle same. So what is given is sine square 60 degrees plus cos square 2a, it is equal to 1. So here both angles should be same. Here there is theta, here is also theta. Here there is 60 degrees, here there is 2a. So what you have to do, therefore 2a is equal to 60 degrees, or a is equal to 60 divided by 2, that is equal to 30 degrees. And you are asked to find cot of a, cot of 3a, that is equal to cot of 3 into 30 degrees, that is equal to cot of 90 degrees. And how much is cot of 90 degrees? Please type in the comment box. From the trigonometric ratio table, cot of 90 degrees is 0. So the correct option is answer A, that is 0. In 39, I will give you hint and you continue with this. So what you have to do, you in 38, you see there are two equations. And they have got infinite solution. That means all the ratios are equal. So the first ratio is 5 upon m plus n. The second ratio is 2 upon m minus n. And the third ratio is 1 divided by m minus 2n plus 1. So 1 upon m minus 2n plus 1. So first I will take this ratio and cross multiply. This will be 5 into m minus n is equal to 2 into m plus n. You open the bracket, you will get 3m is equal to, or it will be 3m minus 7n equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Sorry, equation number 1. And then you take this and cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, what will happen is 2 into m minus 2n plus 1. This will become m minus n. And when you simplify this, you will get 3m minus 9n is equal to 6. This is equation number 2. So you will write 3m minus 9n is equal to 6. So this is equation number 2. You solve this just by subtraction. So this will be minus, this will be plus, this will be minus, and you will get n is equal to minus 3 and m is equal to minus 7. So you have to solve it. I have not completed the solving of this. You can complete it yourself. And 39 is a trapezium given. Trapezium is like this. PQRS. So PQRS is a trapezium with point O as here, and phi q is equal to 2 rs. So given is phi pq is equal to 2 rs. So pq divided by rs, that is 2 upon 5. So you are asked to find area of POQ. This is POQ, and RQS. This ROS. These two triangles are similar. So, and the ratio PQ upon RS. So you see PQ upon RS is given 2 upon 5. So this ratio will be equal to PQ upon RS the whole square. So that is 2 upon 5 the whole square, and this is equal to 4 upon 25. So correct answer is C, 4 upon 25. And the last question, question number 40. You are given cos A plus cos square A equal to 1. So 40 cos of A plus cos square of A equal to 1. So cos A will be equal to 1 minus cos square of A, and cos A is equal to 1 minus cos square A is sin square A. So this is 1, and now we have to find sin square A plus cos of A raised to 4, and this I can write as sin square A and cos raised to 4. See, cos A is sin square A. So I will write cos raised to 4 meaning sin square of A the whole raised to 2. So this is sin square A, and sin square A is cos A. The whole raised to 2 is cos square A, and sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So this is from equation 1, and the answer is C, that is 1. Thank you very much for attending this session, and I hope I have solved your doubts. If you have got more doubts, you can ask me directly on the WhatsApp, and I will solve them during the next class. 39 problem. Okay, Tirtha wants me to explain problem 39. Problem 39. These two triangles are similar, and one side of this triangle is PQ, another side, corresponding side is RS, and therefore the areas of the two triangles which are similar is equal to square of the ratios of their corresponding side. PQ and corresponding side is RS for another triangle. Square of this, and from the given one, PQ upon RS is 2 upon 5. Is that okay, Tirtha? I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much for attending this session.